Hello, my name is Mr. Everett, and welcome to this week's Arts and Craft video. This week we're going to be making an origami butterfly, and it will look like this. Now you may be thinking, I don't have any origami paper, and that's not a problem. A couple alternatives can be printer paper, newspaper, line paper, and wrapping paper. The couple things you want to keep in mind is that you'll need it to be a square, which you can cut into a square. I recommend 6 by 6 inch or 8 by 8 inch. And the other thing you want to keep in mind is the paper shouldn't be too thick because it will make it hard to crease, or too thin, such as tissue paper, which will easily rip. If you enjoy this origami craft and you want to try some new designs, I recommend checking out some of our library ebooks, and I will include those links in the comments. Also, be sure to check back next week for our next arts and craft video. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to make an origami butterfly. It's going to look like this. And what we need is a square sheet of paper. My paper is double-sided in color, but if you have a single-sided color, you're going to want the white to be on top as we start. That way your butterfly is the color of the bottom. So again, if your paper is single-sided, you'll want the white on top when we start. The first thing we're going to do is a diagonal valley fold, and we're going to take this bottom point and match it up with this top point. And then we're going to do a crease diagonally from top to bottom. Then we're going to unfold, and we're going to do another diagonal valley fold from this point to this point. And we're going to crease all the way across. Then we're going to unfold, and we're going to do another valley fold, but we're going to go from this bottom edge to this top edge. So these 2 points should match up with these 2 points. And you're going to crease all the way across. Then you're going to unfold, and we're going to go ahead and rotate our paper so that we can go from this bottom edge to this top edge, these points to those points. And we're going to crease all the way across. Then we're going to unfold. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to take each side in either hand along the center crease, and you're going to pull them towards you using these existing creases to fold along so that you have this bottom triangle. And you'll notice this paper is pinched in the middle. We're going to push along this top crease down towards us. Sometimes you might need to push underneath along these existing creases in the center so that it folds along those creases. Once you've got that, you'll have another triangle, and you'll have a triangle on top, and you'll have a triangle on bottom, and it will look like this. And you just want to make sure those are creased. Then we're going to go ahead and flip our triangle so that this point should be closest to us. What we're going to do next is we're going to take the top layer on one side, and we're going to take this point so it meets this point, this edge so it meets this crease. And that'll look like this. And we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Take the top layer, this point will meet this point, this edge will meet this crease. And we'll just crease that. Once you've gotten that, you're going to flip your triangle over again, and you should just see this plain triangle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pull from the bottom. You'll notice that the paper is getting thick from all our folds, and you're going to fold it up. This is important. Do not crease. We're just going to have this curve, but we're going to fold it up so that we see a little triangle exposed at the top. Then you're going to pinch here in the middle so the top and the bottom layer meet. Again, we're not going to crease here. I'm going to show you what this looks like. You should have a gap that you can kind of put your finger in. And what we're going to do next is that we're going to take this top layer where there's a triangle and leave the bottom layer where there's these flaps. So we're going to take the top layer where there's a triangle. We're going to fold it towards us so that the fold and this top edge meet. We're going to fold it down, and this point should meet this crease in the middle. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pinch this triangle with our fingers to hold it together, and you should see that these flaps are loose in the back. What we're going to do is we're going to take one flap and we're going to pull it towards the front. We want to be gentle so we don't rip the paper, but we're going to take our forefinger and thumb and we're going to gently squeeze and fold so we get this little crease here. It's not going to be a flat crease because we want to give this butterfly a little dimension. Then we're going to go to the other flap and we're going to gently pull it forward, and we're going to do another gentle crease. And this way the bottom wings of the butterfly will stay flat like this. The next thing we want to do is we're going to go ahead and fold our butterfly in half. We're going to use this existing crease in the middle, and we're going to fold there so that this point and this point meet. So we'll go ahead and we'll fold along that existing crease. You'll see that these two points meet, and you're just going to crease very firmly here in the middle. You can go ahead and unfold it, and you'll see our butterfly looks like this. And the last couple things we're going to do to give our butterfly a little more dimension is we're going to fold a small triangle on the top of each wing so that this point and edge meet this edge. It doesn't need to be very big, but you'll see that there's this little triangle in the back now, and it looks like that in the front. We'll go ahead and do that on the other side. So again, this edge should meet that edge, and we'll just crease that. And we can go ahead and do that with the bottom wings. I like to make these a little smaller because the wings are a little shorter. So again, you'll have two little triangles. Go ahead and flip that over and take a look at your butterfly.
If you'd like to take this activity one more step, you can go ahead and hang your butterflies in the window. All I did was take some sewing thread, but any thin string will do, and I taped it in the window. And then I used the crease we made in the wings to hang the butterflies along the string. This is a really fun way to brighten up your house, embrace springtime, and share and spread a little positivity with passerbys who might be walking by your house. Hope you're all staying safe, healthy, and check back next week for another arts and crafts. Thanks for making origami with me today.